In this video, I'm going to show you how to make your own digital store. So if you want to sell art, ebooks, etc., you're definitely going to want to see this video. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make something a bit like this. Now from here, what you can do is you can click on buy now. And inside of here, we can now sell this car or anything that we want, like ebooks. And we can also collect their names and their emails. We can also collect their address as well. And down here, as we can see, we can also charge for this as well, which is $2. We can charge whatever we want. Now to get started, we actually want to sign up to Systeme.io. If you have not done so, I will leave a link in the description down below, or where you can start for free. And you can also keep it forever as well for free. You never have to pay for it. Now if you do decide to pay for it, we will get a small commission, as it is an affiliate link. But let's actually get started with the tutorial. So the first thing you're going to want to do is come to your dashboard. You should automatically be brought over to this page once you've signed up. From here, what you're going to want to do is come up here to sites. And down here, we can see digital store. So select that. Now right here, I've already got one, as I've already made one, but I'm actually going to delete this one. I'm going to make a new one. So I'm going to delete this one. As you see, it's now empty. Yours should look a bit like this. Now from here, what we're going to want to do is come here to the create, select that. Inside of here, we now want to make a name for it. So we can put any name that we want. We can also use our free domain over here as well. Or if you do have your own domain connected, you can select that from in here. So for me, I'm going to call mine My Store. And in the URL path, you just want to select in here, and it automatically should just put in My Store or whatever you have called yours. Now from here, what you're going to want to do is click on Save. And now we are brought over to our store page. From here, what we can do is we can actually customize most of this stuff. So up here, I've got my name. I've got a profile picture in here. And we actually want to change this out. To do that, we want to come over here to Edit Header, select that. Inside of here, we can now change the name. So I'm going to remove my name in there. Now for me, I've just called mine Digital Cars UK. Now for me, I'm only going to be selling digital photos of cars, so I'm going to keep my name like that. Also, we can add a bio in here as well, and we can also add an Instagram and a TikTok. And if we do have other social medias, we can select on show more. And inside of here, we can add YouTube, X, etc. We've got all these down here we can add. Now, I'm not going to do any of those. I think I'm quite happy with this. We can also change out the picture as well. I'm going to select the little edit button. And inside of here, we can now select a picture and click on select. We can also now crop it. So if I just move that off to the front, I'm going to select on crop and select image and let this just do. And there we go. It has now selected that. And from here, we can just simply scroll down and click on save. Now to actually add our own products, what we're going to want to do is we want to add a new product. Inside of here, we can now select quite a few things. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to do digital products, which is going to be this one just here. If you want to know how to sell a physical product, be sure to check out my next video, which will be on this channel soon. And if it is already public, I will leave it linked in the description down below, or where you can actually just go to that video and see how to sell a physical product, as the steps are slightly different for that. But if you want to do digital, we're going to select sell a digital download, select that. Inside of here, we can now change out the name. So here we got the name, we're going to put that to something different. We've also got the subtitle here as well. We're going to want to change that out as well. And up here, we've also got a thumbnail. This is going to be the picture of the product we are selling. So for me, I'm going to select into the thumbnail. And in here, I'm actually going to use this car image here. Select that. And now that will be inserted. Inside of here, we're actually going to give it a different name. So I'm just giving it a digital yellow car. I've also given it a subtitle as well. And over here, I've just changed the buy to buy now, as I think that looks a bit more professional over here. Next, what we're going to want to do is click on next. And inside of here, we can now name our product. So again, I'm going to call my digital, I think I'm going to call it just a car. Just make it a little bit different. You can put whatever name you want in here. I'm going to call it something like that. We can also upload a photo again. So again, I'm going to use this yellow car and I'll select that and let that upload. So this is actually the item that they're going to be downloading. So just make sure you do add in the right item in there. So if you're selling the ebook, you want to select your ebook. If you're selling the picture like I am, you just want to select your picture and click on select down here, and that will come into here. Then whenever they purchase it, they'll be able to download that product. Also down here, we can also edit the email as well that the customer will receive. Inside of here, we can change out. So in here, we can put in, you got your yellow car. And in here, we can actually change out all this as well. Thank you for your purchase. You can change this out to anything you want. I'm just going to leave this, as I think this should be okay. But I'm not going to set this up, as you do need to connect an email to this. If you want to do that, you have to do this inside of settings, inside of Systeme.io, which you can do from up here. Click on the little profile icon, go into settings, then go to emails. You have to set that up before you go any further with this step. So next, we're going to click on next over here again. And inside of here, what we're going to want to do is actually make the checkout page. So this is the last page that the customer will go to before they buy. So inside of here, we can change the title. We've also got a description as well in here. And we can upload the picture. Again, I'm going to select in here and select on the yellow car. So after just putting a little bit more in here in the title and the description as well, you do want to make this a little bit better than I have. I'm just going through this quite quickly. Also, if we come down, we collect the customer's info here. So we've got their email address and their first name. I'm also going to drag this up as that does look a little bit better like that. We can also add on extra fields as well if we select here. Inside of here, we can add in the street address here. You've got the street number. We can also add on neighborhoods as well, the postcode and the city. We also got others down here as well if you want to select these. I'm not going to do this as it's only a digital download, so I'm going to leave that as is. Next, what we're going to want to do is actually make a price for our item. So over here, we click on the little plus icon, and inside of here, we can now select one-time payment. We've also got a description and a payment plan. Now, if you want to set these up, you have to do this a little bit differently, but for me, I'm going to do the one-time plan, as I think that's going to be the most common for what people are going to want to do. So I'm going to select that one. And down here, we can select choosing an existing plan. Now, if you have not got one already, we need to make one. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make one. Down here, we can select create a new one. Select that. Inside of here, we can now give our plan a name. We can also give it a statement as well. This is what the customer's going to see inside of their bank once they have purchased. So whenever they go into their bank, they're going to see the name that we put inside of here. And we're also going to want to put in a price plan name in here as well. And down here, we're going to want to put a price on how much this item is going to cost the customer. Now, before we go any further, I'm actually going to change the euros over to US dollars. So to do this, what we're going to want to do is come down here to set payment method. And inside of here, we want to change the currency over to US dollars. So that's going to be quite a way down this page. And there it is just there. Select that. And click on PayPal just here. Now, if you don't have PayPal here, that is because you need to set it up inside of settings, inside of System.io. So I've gone quite simple on this. I've just put digital cart in each one of these. And down here, I've put in $2. From here, click on save, and that will load in. And as you can see down here, we've got the price plans here, actually digital card just here. And we've already set up the set payment method. We just did that a second ago, but you can select in here, and as you see, it's US dollars, save. And from here, we can click on next. Now from here, this is the last page. This is the thank you page. So once the person has put in the order, they will now go to this page here, where it says thank you for your order. You've got instant access to your resources. And yeah, you can basically change this out to whatever you want as well. Now for me, I've just changed out the subtitle. So you can see thank you for your purchase. Your yellow car print is ready to download. Check your email. Can't find your email. Please check your spam folder. And if they need help, they can contact this email just here. Now it's good to have this just in case if something goes wrong. So I would always have a contact in there. Now once you've done that, what you can do is click on publish over here. And now your store should be published. And what we can do is we can now come up here to view. And inside of here, we can now see our store is here. We can click on buy now. And inside of here, we can actually fill out the information and actually buy our digital car. Now, if you don't like the white, you can actually change the color of the background of your store. Now, to do this, we want to come back into our store area. And inside of here, what we're going to want to do is come up here to edit design. And inside of here, we can now select any of these templates that System.io does have for us. So if I select this one here, you can see over here, the background has changed a different color. We can select another one. And yeah, you can do this all the way through. You can choose any template that you want. We can also come down here and change the colors. So if we don't like the pink in here, we can come down here to the pink. And inside of here, we can actually change this out to a blue or to a green. So you can do that from inside of here as well. Now for me, I quite like the default one they had. So it's this one just here. I'm going to keep that one. And I'm actually going to click on apply theme. And also we have got settings up here as well. So if you want some extra settings, you can come inside of here. We can actually change out a little bit in here. So inside of here, we can change out the currency, we can change out the payment method. Now you can add more payment methods. You can do that inside of settings. So if you go up to your profile, inside of settings. Now down here, we can actually put in search engine optimization, SEO. So inside of here, this will make it easier for people to actually find our store on Google. So if you want to put in the title of your actual store name, you can do that here. We can add a description and keywords. So you can do that from all in here as well. You can also add in a picture just here as well. Now, if you don't want to be found on Google, you can just hide from the search engines down here, select that, and click on save. This will take us off of Google, but I will leave that off so more people can actually find your store. Now, once you've edited that, you can click on save down here. And now what we can do is we can actually go back to our store. We can also add on extra products as well. So if you want to add on another digital item, we can select on add new product, sell a digital download. We could also have a red car in here, maybe a green car, or whatever you're doing. You can have multiple digital products that you can add, and you can do this all for free inside of System.io. Now, if you found this video helpful, it would be amazing if you could leave a like on this video, and also if you could hit that subscribe button as well. If you want to know how to do digital product, and if you want to know how to do physical products as well, I will leave a link on the screen now and also in the description down below. But that is it from me, and I'll see you in my next video.